On November 20, 2024, the world witnessed a rare and emotional reunion of One Direction members as they gathered together to mourn the loss of their beloved bandmate, Liam Payne. This was a moment that no one expected, as Zayn Malik, who had left the group back in 2015, made a public appearance alongside Harry Styles, Louis Tomlinson, and Niall Horan. It marked the first time all the surviving members of One Direction had been seen together in public since Malik's departure from the band nearly a decade ago. Liam Payne's tragic passing on October 16, 2024, shocked fans in the music world alike. Payne, at just 31 years old, died following a tragic fall from a third-floor balcony at the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel in Buenos Aires, Argentina. The loss of the talented singer, known for his deep emotive voice and his role as a key member of One Direction, devastated not only his family and close friends, but also millions of fans across the globe who had followed the band's rise to fame since their debut in 2010. The boy band, formed on the UK talent show The X Factor, became an international sensation, amassing a fan base that transcended borders and generations. For the surviving members of One Direction, the news of Payne's sudden and tragic death left them reeling with grief. Malik, who had left the band almost a decade earlier, had remained largely out of the public eye when it came to group reunions. His appearance at the funeral signaled both the depth of his bond with Payne and the continued, though complicated, ties he still held with his former bandmates. Malik, known for his introspective and private nature, had not been seen in public with the full band since his departure. This event, however, brought him back into the fold, as he, alongside Styles, Tomlinson, and Horan, paid their respects to the friend and brother they had shared years of their lives with. The funeral took place in a picturesque church on the English countryside, not far from London, where friends, family, and colleagues gathered to celebrate Payne's life and legacy. Attendees included Payne's longtime girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, his ex-partner, Cheryl, who shares a young son, Bear Gray, with him, as well as friends like James Corden and Simon Cowell, the former X Factor judge who helped form One Direction. The presence of these individuals reflected the love and respect Payne had garnered over his life, not just as a musician, but as a person who made lasting connections with those he worked with and cared about. For the One Direction members, this was a deeply personal and painful reunion. They had shared years of intense experiences, from the early days of the X Factor to the dizzying heights of global fame. The highs and lows they experienced together were not just about selling records and filling stadiums, but about the deep friendship they shared in the face of overwhelming pressures. Malik's return to the fold, though long awaited by some fans, was not just a moment of reconciliation, but a powerful testament to the love they all still had for their late friend. The news of Liam Payne's death came as a gut-wrenching shock to both his fans and his loved ones. On October 16, 2024, Payne was found after falling from a third-floor balcony at the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He was 31 years old. Details surrounding the fall remain unclear, and authorities have launched an investigation into the circumstances of his death. However, the tragic incident left no doubt that Payne's passing was a devastating blow to everyone who knew him. Liam Payne had been in Buenos Aires for personal reasons, and reports suggest that he had been in the city for a few days leading up to his death. The singer had kept a relatively low profile in the months prior to his passing, focusing on his family and personal life rather than his music career. Payne's last public appearance had been earlier that year, when he had made some appearances for charity events and projects that were close to his heart. However, his tragic end came far too soon, cutting short what could have been a future filled with new projects and creative endeavors. Payne's death rocked the music world and sent a wave of sorrow across social media platforms, with fans flooding Twitter, Instagram, and other platforms with messages of condolence. His fellow bandmates from One Direction, Styles, Tomlinson, Malik, and Horan took to social media to express their grief and honor their fallen friend. A joint statement released by the remaining members read, We're completely devastated by the news of Liam's passing. In time, and when everyone is able to, there will be more to say, but for now, we will take some time to grieve and process the loss of our brother who we love dearly. This heartfelt message was a sign of the tight-knit bond the band members still shared despite their individual careers and personal lives taking them in different directions. The members of One Direction had gone their separate ways after the band's hiatus in 2016, with each pursuing solo careers and personal projects. Malik, in particular, had carved out his own path in the music industry, with a successful solo career following his departure from the band. Despite the distance that had grown between the members in terms of their musical projects, Payne's death reminded them of the deep and lasting connection they still had as a band and as a family. The joint statement from the band also included a message to their fans, acknowledging the collective grief felt by millions across the world. "The memories we shared with him will be treasured forever," the message continued. "Today, our thoughts are with his family, his friends, and the fans who loved him alongside us. We will miss him terribly. We love you, Liam." These words captured the immense impact Payne had on everyone he encountered, from his family and friends to his loyal fan base. As the details of the investigation continue to unfold, Payne's death remains a tragic reminder of the fragility of life. His sudden passing leaves behind not only an irreplaceable void in the music world, but also a heartbroken family and community. Payne's young son, Bear, who was only 7 years old at the time of his father's death, now faces the world without the guiding presence of his father. The outpouring of support for Payne's family, particularly for his son, has been overwhelming, as people all over the world express their sympathy and solidarity with them during this unimaginable time of grief. The fact that Zayn Malik, who had been a figure of speculation regarding a possible reunion with One Direction, attended the funeral was a poignant symbol of the lasting bond they shared. Fans had long hoped for a reunion of the 5 band members, but Malik's appearance at Payne's funeral reminded them that, despite all the time that had passed since their split, the love they had for each other was still very much alive. It's not every day that a band of such magnitude with so many ups and downs comes together in the face of tragedy, and the sight of them all together again, even under such somber circumstances, brought closure for fans who had waited years for this moment. Though Malik had stepped away from the group in 2015, citing a desire for privacy and a different direction for his career, he had remained close to Payne over the years. Malik's emotional attendance at the funeral demonstrated the depth of his bond with Payne, one that transcended their musical career together. In a world often divided by fame, egos, and the demands of the music industry, the fact that these former bandmates were able to come together in such a personal moment of loss spoke volumes about their friendship and respect for each other. In the wake of the funeral, Malik took to social media to share his own thoughts on Payne's passing. He posted a series of heartfelt messages remembering their time together, highlighting the special moments they shared as a group and expressing his deep sorrow at the loss. "Liam was always someone I could turn to when things got tough. I'll miss you, mate," Malik wrote in one post. His words echoed the sentiments of his fellow bandmates, all of whom had their own unique relationships with Payne, but shared a common thread of love and admiration for him. Malik's attendance at the funeral also came in the wake of him postponing the U.S. leg of his Stairway to the Sky tour. The decision to reschedule his tour dates was a deeply personal one, made after the devastating news of Payne's death. "Given the heartbreaking loss experienced this week, I've made the decision to postpone the U.S. leg of the Stairway to the Sky tour," Malik had announced on October 19. The first show was set for October 23, but I felt it was important to take this time to grieve and honor Liam's memory. New dates for the tour were announced shortly thereafter, confirming that the U.S. shows would be rescheduled for early the following year. Fans, while understandably disappointed by the delay, expressed their support for Malik, understanding that grief and personal loss required time to heal. The attendance of high-profile guests at the funeral underscored the widespread admiration and love Payne had earned throughout his life. His ex-partner Cheryl, who shares a son with him, was present, as was Payne's girlfriend, Kate Cassidy. Both women had been significant figures in Payne's life, and their presence at the funeral was a reflection of the complicated yet deep relationships he had cultivated throughout his personal life. James Corden, a close friend of Payne's, and Simon Cowell, who had been instrumental in forming One Direction, also attended, showing their respect for the singer and the role he played in. The world of music stood still on November 2020, 2024, when the surviving members of One Direction, Zayn Malik, Harry Styles, Louis Tomlinson, and Niall Horan, were seen together publicly for the first time in nearly a decade. The occasion, however, was one of immense sorrow, as the four bandmates came together to honor the life and legacy of their late friend and fellow band member, Liam Payne. Payne's untimely passing at the age of 31 left a gaping void in the hearts of millions of fans and served as a poignant reminder of the deep bonds formed during One Direction's meteoric rise to fame. Zayn Malik's presence at the funeral was particularly notable as it marked the first time he had appeared with the group since his departure in 2015. When Malik left One Direction to pursue a solo career, fans feared the possibility of a full reunion might never come to fruition. Though the remaining four members continued for a year before announcing an indefinite hiatus in 2016, Malik's absence had always felt like the closing of a chapter. His attendance at Payne's funeral, however, transcended past differences, showcasing the enduring connection the members still shared. The reunion wasn't orchestrated for the cameras or public spectacle. It was a deeply personal moment for the bandmates who had shared some of the most formative years of their lives together. Their presence, side by side, mourning the loss of their brother, was a testament to the unbreakable bond forged during their years of shared success and struggle. Despite going their separate ways professionally, the grief they experienced united them in a way only those who had been through such an extraordinary journey together could understand. For fans who had dreamed of seeing the band reunite in happier circumstances, the moment was bittersweet. It reminded the world not only of the heights One Direction had achieved, but also of the camaraderie that underpinned their success. While Payne's funeral was a somber event, it also served as a symbol of unity, demonstrating that time and distance could not erase the love and respect these individuals had for one another. The funeral service for Liam Payne was held in a serene and picturesque church located in the English countryside, a setting befitting the solemnity of the occasion. Friends, family, and colleagues gathered to pay their final respects to the singer, who had tragically passed away on October 16, 2024, following a fall from a third-floor balcony in Buenos Aires, Argentina. The peaceful countryside setting offered solace to those mourning the loss of a man whose life had been filled with both remarkable achievements and personal struggles. Payne's funeral brought together not only his bandmates, but also key figures from his personal and professional life. His girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, and his ex-partner, Cheryl, with whom he shared a son, Bear Gray, were among the attendees. Their presence highlighted the complexities and richness of Payne's personal relationships, as both women had played significant roles in his life. High-profile attendees, including Late Late Show host James Corden and music mogul Simon Cowell, who had played a pivotal role in One Direction's formation on The X Factor, added to the solemnity of the occasion. Their presence underscored Payne's impact on both the music industry and the lives of those he worked with. Corden, known for his close friendship with Payne, appeared visibly emotional, while Cowell, often described as a father figure to the band, offered words of comfort to Payne's grieving family. The service was filled with heartfelt eulogies, prayers, and moments of reflection. Each bandmate shared personal memories of Payne, painting a picture of a man who was not only an exceptional artist, but also a caring and loyal friend. Zayn Malik, typically reserved in public settings, spoke candidly about the bond he shared with Payne, calling him a brother in every sense of the word. Harry Styles, known for his eloquence, delivered a touching tribute that celebrated Payne's humor, kindness, and dedication to his craft. Music played a significant role in the service, with the choir performing renditions of songs that had deep meaning for Payne and his loved ones. A particularly moving moment came when the choir sang "Story of My Life," a hit song from One Direction's catalog that Payne had co-written. The lyrics, which speak of love, memories, and loss, resonated deeply with those in attendance, leaving few dry eyes in the congregation. As the service concluded, Payne's casket was carried out by his bandmates, a powerful image that symbolized their enduring bond. The scene was one of profound emotion, with fans and photographers respecting the privacy of the moment while capturing the gravity of the occasion. For those who had followed Payne's career and life from the beginning, it was a moment of both heartbreak and closure. In the wake of Liam Payne's tragic passing, One Direction's surviving members came together to honor their friend and former bandmate with a heartfelt tribute. The joint statement, released on the band's official Instagram account, struck a chord with fans worldwide. It read, "We're completely devastated by the news of Liam's passing. In time and when everyone is able to, there will be more to say. But for now, we will take some time to grieve and process the loss of our brother, who we loved dearly." The message captured the profound grief and shock felt by Malik, Styles, Tomlinson, and Horan, as well as the millions of fans who had followed their journey. It reflected the deep sense of loss that permeated not only their personal lives, but also the global community of Directioners who had grown up with their music. The tribute continued. "The memories we shared with him will be treasured forever. Today, our thoughts are with his family, his friends, and the fans who loved him alongside us. We will miss him terribly. We love you, Liam." These words echoed the sentiments of fans around the world, many of whom took to social media to share their own tributes, stories, and memories of Payne. Each band member also shared personal reflections on their social media platforms. Harry Styles posted a black and white photo of the band from their early days, captioning it with a simple yet powerful message, "Forever our brother." Louis Tomlinson shared a video montage of behind-the-scenes moments with Payne, accompanied by the caption, "You were the heart of our group, Liam, always the one who kept us laughing." Zayn Malik, known for his private nature, posted a heartfelt letter reflecting on his friendship with Payne. In it, he recounted their shared experiences, from the nerve-wracking auditions on The X Factor to the whirlwind years of touring and recording. "Liam was always the one who had my back," Malik wrote. "He understood me in ways few people could. I'll miss him more than words can say." Niall Horan shared a series of photos from their years together, along with a message that celebrated Payne's talent and generosity. "Liam had a way of lighting up any room he walked into," Horan wrote. "His voice, his laugh, his kindness, everything about him will be missed. We'll carry his memory with us forever." Payne's also played a significant role in honoring Payne's legacy, organizing candlelight vigils and tributes events in cities across the globe. Social media was flooded with messages of love and support, as well as clips of Payne's performances and interviews that showcased his charisma and talent. Hashtags like "Thank you Liam" and "IRIP Payno" trended for days, uniting fans in their shared grief. While Payne's death marked an end to a chapter in One Direction's story, it also brought a renewed appreciation for the music and memories they created together. As the bandmates navigate life without their friend, their tribute to him serves as a reminder of the enduring power of friendship, love, and music. Though their paths may diverge once more, the bond they share and the legacy they built together will remain unbroken. Zayn Malik's decision to delay his Stairway to the Sky tour after the untimely passing of Liam Payne reflects not just professional consideration, but a deeply personal response to the tragedy. Liam Payne, who passed away on October 16, 2024, in a sudden and heartbreaking incident in Buenos Aires, left an irreplaceable void in the lives of those who knew and loved him. For Malik, the loss was not just of a former bandmate, but a brother with whom he shared some of the most transformative years of his life. Malik's tour was originally scheduled to commence on October 23rd, just days after Payne's death. The decision to reschedule the tour was announced on October 19th, accompanied by an emotional statement. Malik shared with his fans, Given the heartbreaking loss experienced this week, I've made the decision to postpone the US leg of the Stairway to the Sky tour. This week has been one of the hardest of my life, and I need time to process this loss with the people who were closest to Liam. This act of postponement was emblematic of Malik's prioritization of personal well-being and relationships over the demands of his career. Fans and critics alike lauded his choice, recognizing the emotional gravity of such a decision. For Malik, who has long been vocal about the pressures of fame and the mental health challenges associated with it, this period of reflection was both necessary and inevitable. The announcement was met with widespread support from fans around the globe. Social media platforms were inundated with messages of encouragement, with hashtags like "Stay Strong Zayn" trending for days. The global One Direction fandom, often divided since the band hiatus, found itself united in grief and solidarity. In rescheduling his tour dates to early 2025, Malik also opened a broader dialogue about the toll of grief on artists and public figures. Industry insiders commended Malik for prioritizing his mental health and his relationships with Payne's family and friends, viewing the move as a significant step toward destigmatizing conversations about emotional well-being in the entertainment industry. Malik's grief was not just a private struggle, but a deeply public one. As a former member of One Direction, every action, statement, or decision he made was inevitably scrutinized by millions. Yet, through his decision to step back and focus on personal healing, Malik reminded the world that, at the end of the day, he was human, a man mourning the loss of someone he had once considered family. Liam Payne's funeral, held on November 20, 2024 in the English countryside, brought together a tapestry of individuals from different chapters of his life. Among the most poignant attendees were Payne's ex-partners Kate Cassidy and Cheryl, and his 7-year-old son, Bear Gray Payne. Their presence underscored the profound impact Payne had on their lives, both as a partner and a father. Kate Cassidy, Payne's girlfriend at the time of his death, was visibly distraught during the service. She had been a constant source of support for Payne in recent years, often accompanying him to public events and sharing glimpses of their life together on social media. The depth of her grief was evident as she leaned on close friends and family members for comfort throughout the ceremony. Payne's former partner and the mother of his son Bear was another key figure at the service. Despite their romantic relationship ending years prior, Cheryl and Payne had maintained a cordial relationship for the sake of their child. Payne had frequently spoken about his love for Bear, describing fatherhood as one of the most fulfilling experiences of his life. Bear's presence at the funeral, clutching his mother's hand, was a heart-wrenching reminder of the future Payne would now miss. Cheryl and Cassidy's interactions during the service were a testament to the shared respect they had for Payne. While their relationships with him had been different, their grief was rooted in the same love and admiration for the man he was. They were seen exchanging words of comfort, an act that resonated deeply with onlookers and fans. Payne's family, including his parents Jeff and Karen, and his siblings, played a central role in the service. Jeff and Karen, who had supported Payne's career from his early days on The X Factor, were pillars of strength amid the collective mourning. The Payne family has always been known for their close-knit bond, and their heartbreak was palpable as they bid farewell to their beloved son and brother. The funeral also highlighted Payne's role as a father, son, partner, and friend, roles that often went unnoticed amidst his status as a global pop icon. The presence of his family and ex-partners painted a fuller picture of the man behind the fame, a man deeply loved and cherished by those who knew him intimately. Liam Payne's funeral was not just a gathering of family and close friends, but also a convergence of high-profile figures from the entertainment industry. These celebrities, many of whom had played pivotal roles in Payne's life and career, came together to honor his memory and pay their respects. James Corden, the popular television host and longtime friend of Payne, was among the most notable attendees. Corden had frequently featured Payne and his One Direction bandmates on his late-night show, often sharing candid and humorous moments with the group. Speaking to reporters after the service, Corden described Payne as one of the kindest souls he had ever met. Liam had a way of lighting up a room with his smile and his energy. He was not just a talented artist, but a genuinely wonderful human being. His loss is immeasurable, Corden shared. Simon Cowell, the music mogul and creator of One Direction, was another prominent figure at the funeral. Cowell had been instrumental in shaping Payne's career, guiding him and his bandmates from their early days on The X Factor to global superstardom. In his tribute, Cowell reflected on Payne's journey, praising his resilience and work ethic. Liam was an extraordinary talent, but more importantly, he was a kind and generous person. I feel privileged to have been a part of his journey, Cowell said. Other celebrity attendees included Ed Sheeran, who had collaborated with Payne on multiple projects, and Selena Gomez, who had formed a close friendship with him over the years. Both Sheeran and Gomez shared heartfelt tributes on social media, expressing their shock and sadness at Payne's sudden passing. The funeral also saw the attendance of Payne's bandmates Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik, marking the first public reunion of One Direction since Malik's departure in 2015. Their presence together was a powerful testament to the bond they shared, even after years apart. Fans around the world were deeply moved by the sight of the five men standing together in solidarity, a moment that reminded many of the unity that had once defined the band. The mingling of Payne's family, ex-partners, bandmates, and celebrity guests created a poignant tapestry of his life. Each individual present represented a different facet of Payne's journey, from his humble beginnings in Wolverhampton to his rise as a global pop star. Their collective grief underscored the magnitude of Payne's impact, both as an artist and as a person. The funeral of Liam Payne was more than just a farewell. It was a celebration of his life and legacy. For those who attended, it was an opportunity to reflect on the moments and memories they had shared with him. For the millions of fans mourning from afar, it was a reminder of the indelible mark Payne had left on the world. And for Payne's family, it was a testament to the love and respect he had earned during his 31 years on this earth. The legacy of One Direction and their shared journey. One Direction's journey from 5 young contestants on The X Factor to global music sensations is one of the most inspiring stories in modern pop history. The band, comprising Liam Payne, Zayn Malik, Harry Styles, Louis Tomlinson, and Niall Horan, represented a phenomenon that transcended music, creating a legacy rooted in talent, camaraderie, and a deep connection with their fans. Humble beginnings on The X Factor. In 2010, 5 young men auditioned for The X Factor UK as solo acts, each with dreams of individual stardom. While their solo journeys didn't initially pan out, the show's judges, led by Simon Cowell, saw potential in the group as a collective. Thus, One Direction was born. Despite finishing in 3rd place, the group quickly captured the hearts of viewers with their charisma, harmonies, and undeniable charm. Their breakout single, What Makes You Beautiful, released in 2011, became an anthem for a generation. It catapulted them into international stardom and set the stage for a meteoric rise. The band released 5 albums in just over 5 years, each showcasing their evolution as artists while maintaining the energetic pop sound that first endeared them to fans. Global stardom and fan connection. One Direction wasn't just a band, they were a cultural phenomenon. Their music resonated with millions worldwide, but their appeal went beyond their songs. Their authentic personalities, showcased in interviews, documentaries, and social media, made fans feel deeply connected to them. The Directioners, as their fanbase came to be known, were a driving force behind their success, organizing social media trends, streaming their music, and attending concerts in droves. The band's tours were more than just performances. They were experiences. Each concert was a celebration of the connection between One Direction and their fans. From intimate acoustic sets to high-energy performances of chart-topping hits, the band made every audience member feel part of something extraordinary. Challenges and Zayn Malik's departure. Despite their success, the pressures of fame and the grueling pace of their schedule began to take a toll. In 2015, Zayn Malik announced his departure from the band, citing a desire to live a more private life and focus on his well-being. His decision marked the end of an era for One Direction, but the band chose to continue as a quartet, releasing their final album, Made in the AM, later that year. Malik's departure was met with a mix of sadness and understanding from fans. While it was a significant shift for the band, it also highlighted the importance of prioritizing mental health in an industry known for its relentless demands. Malik's decision to embark on a solo career opened new doors for him creatively, allowing him to explore a more R&B-inspired sound. Hiatus and solo success. In 2016, One Direction announced an indefinite hiatus, allowing each member to pursue individual projects. While fans hoped for a reunion, the hiatus marked the beginning of successful solo careers for all 5 members. Harry Styles became a global superstar with a unique blend of rock and pop. Niall Horan explored his singer-songwriter roots. Liam Tomlinson showcased his love for Britpop. Liam Payne experimented with dance pop, and Zayn Malik delved into moody, introspective R&B. Despite their individual success, the legacy of One Direction remains a common thread in their careers. Fans often revisit the band's discography, and each member frequently reflects on their time together with pride and nostalgia. The bond they formed during those formative years continues to resonate, even as they forge their paths. A reunion at Liam Payne's funeral. The unexpected reunion of all 5 members at Liam Payne's funeral on November 20, 2024 was a bittersweet moment for fans. It marked the first time Zayn Malik was seen publicly with the group since his departure. While the circumstances were tragic, their collective presence reminded the world of the enduring bond they share. Payne's funeral was a poignant reminder of the journey they had undertaken together. From their first auditions to selling out stadiums worldwide, the members of One Direction achieved something extraordinary. Their shared history is a testament to the power of collaboration, resilience, and the magic of music to bring people together. The legacy of One Direction is not just in their chart-topping hits or sold-out tours, but in the memories they created for millions of fans. They showed that dreams could come true with talent, hard work, and a little serendipity. Though their journey as a band has paused, their story continues to inspire new generations. New dates announced for Zayn Malik's Stairway to the Sky tour. In the wake of Liam Payne's tragic passing, Zayn Malik's decision to postpone the U.S. leg of his Stairway to the Sky tour was both an act of respect and a necessary step for personal healing. On November 21, 2024, Malik shared the new dates for the rescheduled tour, bringing relief and excitement to fans who had been eagerly awaiting his performances. A tour rooted in artistic growth. Malik's Stairway to the Sky tour is a celebration of his artistic evolution. Known for his artistic evolution and genre-blurring sound, Malik has carved out a unique space in the music industry. The tour, named after his latest album, showcases his growth as a songwriter and performer, featuring a mix of R&B, pop, and experimental tracks. The original tour dates were set to begin in late October 2024, but the tragedy of Payne's passing led Malik to reevaluate. In a heartfelt statement, Malik explained his decision to postpone. "This tour is a celebration of my journey, but right now I need time to process and heal. Liam was a brother to me, and this loss is something I'm still coming to terms with." The new tour schedule includes 15 dates across major U.S. cities, starting in Los Angeles on March 10, 2025, and concluding in New York City on April 15, 2025. Fans who had purchased tickets for the original dates were given priority access to the rescheduled shows, with additional tickets made available for newly added venues. Fan anticipation and support. The announcement of the new dates was met with overwhelming support from Malik's fanbase. Social media was flooded with messages of encouragement, with many fans expressing their admiration for Malik's decision to prioritize his well-being. The rescheduled tour became a symbol of resilience, not just for Malik, but for the broader One Direction fandom, which had collectively mourned Payne's loss. Fans are particularly excited about the setlist, which is expected to include tracks from Malik's latest album, as well as fan favorite hits from his earlier solo work. Songs like Pillow Talk and Dusk Till Dawn have become staples in Malik's live performances, showcasing his vocal prowess and emotional depth. A dedication to Liam Payne. In light of Payne's passing, Malik has hinted that the tour will include a special tribute to his former bandmate. While specific details remain under wraps, sources close to Malik have revealed that he is considering dedicating a portion of the show to Payne's memory. This gesture is expected to resonate deeply with fans, many of whom have grown up following the journeys of both Malik and Payne. Malik's willingness to honor Payne's legacy during the tour underscores the enduring bond between the members of One Direction. Despite their differences and the passage of time, the connection they share remains unbreakable. Looking ahead, the Stairway to the Sky Tour represents a new chapter for Malik, both professionally and personally. It is a chance to reconnect with his fans, showcase his artistic growth, and pay homage to the experiences that have shaped him. For fans, the tour is more than just a series of concerts. It is a celebration of resilience, creativity, and the enduring power of music. As Malik prepares to take the stage in 2025, the excitement is palpable. His journey from One Direction to a solo artist has been marked by challenges and triumphs, but through it all, his passion for music has remained unwavering. The Stairway to the Sky Tour is not just a reflection of Malik's artistry, but a testament to his strength and the unbreakable bond he shares with his fans.